She said, come on, honcho. Be her honcho. 1, 2, 3.
I feel like a lot of black girls don't like saying this out loud, but I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. Like, black men are just really not it. Unless the black man like grew up with money.
And for years, the only thing the community ever cared about was protecting black men. The Jesse Jackson days are over.
Black men not having high racial self-esteem is why we will forever be in a predicament we are in, okay?
Nobody stopping black men for leading shit. They just don't do it. There's no like nobody's actively putting a gun to his head and say, hey, sit your black ass down. No, they just don't do it. There's no they literally don't do it. Like, whenever a situation calls for a leader, they ain't gonna be the ones. It most likely not gonna be them. It most likely gonna be a black woman or something, right? It's not gonna be them.
You don't have to be a master of Japanese to understand the context of these young ladies saying Kokujin Daisuki. Kokujin means black person, people that look like myself. Daisuki means big like or very like, so we really like black people. Now, is this going to be the case anywhere you go? You're going to have young ladies chanting Kokujin Daisuki at you as a black man? Probably not. That's not really the way Japan works, especially now these days. But if you have the right attitude and you conduct yourself as a guest, then you can find pockets of different countries that are extremely welcoming and even looking for people like yourself. If you are prepared, maybe do a little bit of study to make sure that when you find the right opportunity, you can ingratiate yourself into a pocket of people that are looking for a reciprocal cultural exchange, if you want to call it that. But that said, it all starts with having the right attitude.
I was held hostage in a home in Thailand.
This man is harassing me. He won't let me out the house. He put his hands on me. Look, they just attacked me. Look, they just attacked me. Look, my phone over here.
I am very traumatized. I fought off my attackers, and the reason why they attacked me is because they had a lot of complaints, and Airbnb was shutting down their listing after I left. My attackers paid off the police right in front of me.
If your daddy ain't shit, clap your hands. If your daddy ain't shit, clap your hands.
Along with the sadness of this being some kind of cruel joke about this child making fun of their father, it also is a symbol of the fact that for large pockets of the black community, there just isn't a lot of respect for any kind of authority. And so that authority could be the father, in this case, it could be the authorities. And for even men, black men, when we're dealing with the authorities, this kind of stance, this kind of behavior, this kind of posture is just a recipe for disaster. And this is before we even get on an airplane to go anywhere.
Yo, bro, this is another black brother, bro. He's a fucking sellout, my nigga. He's a sellout, bro. You a sellout, bro. You a sellout, bro. You a sellout, my nigga. He's a fucking sellout.
You're 19 years old. You don't have to live here.
He's a sellout, bro.
So I'm gonna go ahead and let your mom know, start the eviction process. You don't
okay, I want to go to court, bro. Take me to court, you fucking douchebag. Fuck up my face.
Like, you disrespectful people that can literally arrest you right now.
I'm saying I have freedom of speech. I didn't do nothing to you. I have freedom of speech.
A late night break-in at a D.C. Chick-fil-A caught on camera. Here it is. Police say that these 5 suspects broke into that restaurant at the D.C. USA Shopping Center in Columbia Heights just after midnight, damaged property, and then fled.
I'm saying I have freedom of speech. I didn't do nothing to you. I have freedom of speech. Yeah, I have rights. You know that, right? I don't care. I have rights. I have rights, and that can be used in the court. I have rights, nigga. Fuck.
Nobody stopping black men for leading shit. They just don't do it.
Imagine for a moment you're this young boy in the midst of the celebration of your mother wearing rhinestone outfit and lingerie, being celebrated, and you have on your little suit almost as a kind of adornment to your mother, who is above criticism. And so how do you find your masculinity in this situation? And the answer, of course, is I will protect my mother at all costs because that is the only masculine thing to be done here. Of course, we saw the end of that is that when that young boy turns 19 and the mom doesn't want him in the house anymore and the police show up, masculinity is presented as, I don't respect authority.
Yo, bro, this is another black brother, bro. He's a fucking sellout, my nigga. He's a sellout, bro. You a sellout, bro. You a sellout, bro.
Of course, this goes without saying to the regular members of my channel that when you go overseas, you have to understand that those authorities there care more about keeping the peace than they do about your snowflake feelings. That they have a way of doing things, and that if you come from a place where people will stop everything because your feelings get hurt or because you feel a certain way or because you feel privileged to express your, I don't know, whatever they're calling it these days, emotionality or whatever, in a certain way that you feel seen, then that's just not going to transplant very well. And these kinds of stories keep popping up where, be it a young boy or a young girl, growing up in a place where emotionality wins out over order, that just does not travel very well. And you keep seeing these stories of what happens when you take that emotionality overseas.
I was held hostage in a home in Thailand.
This man is harassing me. He won't let me out the house. He put his hands on me. Look, they just attacked me. Look, they just attacked me. Look, my phone over here.
I am very traumatized. I fought off my attackers, and the reason why they attacked me is because they had a lot of complaints, and Airbnb was shutting down their listing after I left. My attackers paid off the police right in front of me.
His eye looks like that because he hit me. So basically, you just let him walk free because he just bribed the police. Tell him in English, in Thai,
okay,
I want to speak to him, okay, because he just took a bribe instead of protecting me, and these people just assaulted me,
okay,
and stole my money. I want my 10,000 baht back.
Okay, you want your money back?
I want my money back right now.
Okay, you want your money back right now. Okay.
If I explain to the average person watching my videos what my morning routine looks like, they probably look at me in disbelief, thinking you do something so mundane preparing to go to a country that you've never been to. But to me, what's important is that if I'm in a situation where I need to use the word huai, person of Chinese heritage, or shiwu, food, or ziyuan, resources, then those words are going to be already planted in my subconscious. So when I have to have a conversation about something, I'm ready.
So basically, you just let him walk free because he just bribed the police. Tell him in English, in Thai,
okay,
I want to speak to him,
okay,
because he just took a bribe instead of protecting me, and these people just assaulted me.
Okay,
and stole my money. I want my 10,000 baht back.
Okay, you want your money back right now. Okay, I will talk to the police for you.
I'm just the person. Okay, but I haven't been helped here. You just let somebody that assaulted me. You know that he stole my phone. You see my phone is damaged. He brought the phone back, and you just let him walk out.
They told me initially that they believed me. My phones were broken. I had video proof. My attacker even had to bring my second cell phone to the police station. And I watched my attacker give the police money in an envelope, and they came back and told me that they didn't believe me because I was black and because my attacker owned a home. I was then in prison, not because of that situation, but because all of my debit and my credit cards were stolen and I did not pay for my visa. There was no way. I tried my best. I tried to send money to myself, but because at that point I was overstaying, I could not. There was no way for me to access money to pay for this visa. It just was an impossible thing. This is the short version, and I can't even speak on everything that happened because I currently have an active lawsuit, and my dog is in Thailand still, and I'm very concerned about her safety. She's in a safe place, but I don't trust Thailand in general. I was taken to jail, and then I was deported. But here's the thing, the whole deportation situation in Thailand is a scam. They want you to stay there in the deportation center. If you are in Dubai or any other place and a place wants you out of their country, they will deport you. I had my own funds, but still they would not let me leave. They would not allow me to pay for my ticket. So I ended up staying there for a month, and it was pure hell.
こんにちは。こちらお土産。お土産。ごちそうさまでした。Last time I got food from you. 食べ物おすすめは？おすすめはラーメンか餃子。ラーメンと餃子お願いします。
It will be unfair for me to say that this woman wasn't wronged in her situation that she dealt with in Thailand, but she made the cardinal mistake of acting like she's in America, expecting an American response when she didn't consider all of the things that might be factors in the interaction she was having. She might have been talking to a very powerful local person that may be on some kind of electoral board or some school board or something, someone who is a pillar of that community. And when the police come, they are aware that you are outside of that circle and you're asking for American justice when you're not in America. And so she's using words like assaulted and they did all of these things to me and my rights were taken advantage of and whatnot. But she's not thinking about the fact that she didn't really do the homework to understand where she was. And that kind of stems from coming from a situation where you can be emotional and people respect the emotionality or your feelings more so than the way that things have been done in a certain country for a very long time. And she didn't like it, but at the end of the day, they put her on an airplane, they kept the dog there, and they gave her money back, or they didn't give her money back, and she's in America telling a tale about how terrible Thailand is when the people in Thailand are saying, this is just the way we do things, and if you don't come here with a measure or modicum of appreciation for what it took for us to get this here, then maybe we'll just put you on a plane and send you back home. And for the people that do have an appreciation for where they're going, they get a fully different outcome.
こんにちは。こちらお土産。お土産。ごちそうさまでした。Last time.
This is a fantastic gesture from someone who clearly has paid attention to Japanese culture. He shows up with omiyage, which is a souvenir or a kind of gift. And what he's essentially saying is that maybe the first time I came here, you were a bit shocked by my presence and my Japanese wasn't very good. But I've studied enough of the Japanese culture to understand that I really appreciate your kindness. And I want to show you that I appreciate your kindness by being reciprocal and giving you omiyage. Now, what he's just done is created an ally, someone that he's going to be able to learn Japanese with, someone that is going to be happy to see him when he comes into that ramen shop as he's shuffling his notes around from his Japanese class, and is going to buy him points for other reasons that you'll see later in this video.
なんでそんなに日本語上手なの？日本語を勉強してます。ねえ。聞き取れちゃんとしっかり聞き取れてて、すごい。どのくらい日本語勉強してる？10ヶ月。10ヶ月？10ヶ月。10ヶ月でそんなに喋れるようになるんだ。
That's actually a good point. He's been speaking for 10ヶ月, 10 months, and he is conversational. That's very commendable. And she appreciates it because a lot of people come here and don't really try to learn the language. They try and exist in their primary language, which is English or whatever other language it is, mostly English, and try and conform the world around them to what they're comfortable with instead of stepping out of their comfort zone and saying, this language is hard, but I'm going to make an effort. And surprisingly enough, people meet you halfway.
10ヶ月。10ヶ月。10ヶ月でそんなに喋れるようになるんだ。ちょっと。すごい。マグネット translation。メガネ？ね。ああ、メガネ使ってるから。メガネ。I control this, and I can like see translation. すごっ。
When his Japanese gets better, and I'm 1000% sure that it will, he can say something like, この指輪を使ってこのメガネの操作を利用して。みんなの言う日本語の訳を見ることができます. I can see what people are saying is translated if I use this ring on my finger to operate the glasses. But what he's actually doing is using the technology available to us, which is giving us even fewer reasons why we shouldn't be able to be at least conversational if we're putting in a little bit of effort. We have AI, we have translation glasses, we have translation in our phones, we have Google Translate. Why not put in the effort? Because the reward is sitting right in front of you.
I control this, and I can like see translation.
すごっ。美味しい。最高。
めっちゃ美味しいね。
めっちゃ美味しい。
めっちゃ早い。ありがとうございます。美味しそう。Okay. ありがとうございます。Oh, thank you so much.
暑い。超暑い。
You see the green? 英語話せますか Little bit. You can try. I just controlled the ring and I switched it for you to English to Japanese. Okay?
Okay. おお。なんか黒メガネで見たら映ってるんですよ。喋ってる言葉がメガネ越しで。What's the name of this crisis?
It's called even realities. They can even teleprompt. They can show you the time. I really like the food, so I had to come back to Osaka.
おっちゃん覚えてました？彼のこと。ちょっと忘れてた。100点。
Soup is perfect.
You were sitting here last time.
Yes.
ああ、思い出した。よかった。
Look at the goes on the sauce.
美味しい。
What's your name?
My name is Nana.
Nice to meet you, Nana.
Nice to meet you.
ごちそうさまでした。会計お願いします。はい。I'll get you. Me her. ね。はい、ありがとう。はい。
ありがとう。マッチー、ごめんなさい。そのメガネはすごいわ。このメガネすごいですよね。
ね、メガネすごい。Thank you, Even Realities, for sending me this.
So long username, okay?
I got it.
Yes.
All right.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Thank you.
Of course.
First off, I want to give a shout out to Ninja Person for bringing this clip to my attention, as well as fellow Kirin Ichiban Shibori lover Theo Waff. But what I really appreciate about this clip is that this is a refined gentleman here. You heard all the talk, not just on this particular video, but we hear it on social media every day about what's wrong with black men and how everyone has an issue with black men and that everyone has to move on because we're not refined enough or we're colorist or we don't want to be leaders. And yet this is a very well-refined man, a man making an attempt to learn the culture, learn the language of the place that he's in. He is not trying to turn the place that he came to into the place that he came from. And he is giving everyone that he is in the vicinity of clear space to let them know that I'm not here as a horny toad trying to get what I can get from the country. I'm here as a curious visitor that would like to find a way to fit into it in a way that is ingratiating. The mistake that many people, especially from the black culture, make is the idea that the world around you has to acquiesce to your feelings because, quite simply put, in our community, that's kind of sort of the way it works. If the mother of the house says that I am the center of everything and that I need you and the world around me to acquiesce to my feelings, then in that environment, that's what you learn. But if you take on those same personality traits and think that the police should do the same, the authorities should do the same, and you take that overseas with you, the authorities don't care about your feelings. They care about if you understand their culture and if you're trying to fit in or if you're trying to disrupt it. If you're a culture disruptor, then the best place for you to be is a place where disrupting culture is the culture. But if you are someone that's looking to acclimate to other people's culture, then you're the kind of person that should get on a plane and go see the world. Because quite frankly put, the world is certainly looking for people, Americans, that have an interest in their culture and a desire to learn it and be a part of it. That's the human experience after all. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment below. I'll catch you next video. Take care, guys.